Hey, stoned wrestling fans. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me tell you why. First and foremost, it's free. Hey, more money for that overpriced dispensary weed. Also, there's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor's also going to distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and all that jazz. You can make money from your podcast as well with no minimum listenership. Yo, it's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. But maybe smoke first, because that's always good.
My
Why
God,
did I not feel this way?
You are taking me up to be with you. I am your child in heaven, and I am yours, and you are mine to be with me forever. For Shinsuke Nakamura has won 3 matches in a row on WWTV. This is glory. This is the holiest of holies. Take me, Father, for I am yours.
Spark it up, ladies and gentlemen. It's the 420 Wrestling Hour. We're back. It's 420 in our hearts. It's actually 9:20 p.m. on a Sunday.
Late.
It's me, Over Easy Kyle Cush. Joining me, as always, the illustrious
Arium, a.k.a. the Canarium, as I was named by Over Easy last week.
and the illustrious Canarium. Now, I set whoever would answer to the illustrious up, and it was you, Arium, so you're the illustrious one.
You own it.
Sounds great.
We got JB Bad holding it down on the ones and ones, also known as the Impact Driver.
Yeah,
Impact Driver.
All right, let me check my H phone here, see what time it is.
Hey!
It is exactly
the H
9:20.
phone.
Perfect.
Can you do YouTubes on the H phone?
You can.
Can you
but
do
you can only
tweeties?
watch Hulk Hogan videos of him working out at Muscle Beach.
Oh no, a Hulk Hogan OnlyFans phone.
I had a white guy
into
tell me on Instagram that I shouldn't be offended by Hulk Hogan anymore. So now I'm not.
Well, that's good.
How that works. That's how that works.
Yeah.
You got
Yeah.
white splain too, buddy.
Absolutely. It worked. Huh.
All it takes is a
Weird.
good white splain.
Is it? He told you it's over.
Yeah. He's like, let it
was
go, man. He apologized.
Dude,
You should let it go.
racism doesn't even exist, so you
And I
shouldn't
was
be
like, damn,
offended.
You're right. I forgot it doesn't exist. I'm so stupid.
Yeah. Anyway, you guys getting high tonight?
Oh yeah, baby.
What are we
You know it.
what are we smoking before we talk about the week that was in pro wrestling tonight?
Let me find it so I can quote it correctly.
Quoth the Raven.
Yeah, I've been on that Banana OG for the last few episodes, but now we've made a switch over to that Blue Dream.
Oh, Blue
Yes.
Dream. One of my favorites.
Yes, it goes down nice and smooth and comes out like a Smurf.
Right.
Dob and D, dob and die.
It's like my favorite of the sativa dominant hybrids. Love the Blue Dream. How about
I got
you?
area with that one.
Oh, yeah, I got that reference. I got that reference. I'm old enough for that one.
I missed the reference. It went right over my head. I don't even know.
It's all right. And you're quite tall. That's hard to do.
It is. God damn it. What are you smoking?
Kush mints, my man. Kush mints.
Still on. I like that.
It's fucking awesome.
Hell yeah,
Delicious.
Cushman's. And what am I even smoking? What am I not smoking? Oh, God. I'm smoking sour banana sherbet, or would you call it sherbet?
I just learned this
Sherbet.
week from Jeopardy that it's pronounced sherbet.
Sherbet. That was what I was going for. Sherbet.
I didn't know they
Yes.
were all. I didn't know they were wrong on Jeopardy.
Yeah, I mean,
thought
you
they
asked
had to
my
be
dad,
right about
you
things,
asked my
man.
father, and it's sherbet for sure.
We've always said sherbet, but
Always
it's
said
sherbet.
Because that's what it's called.
Yeah,
There's a great Eddie Izzard joke where he's talking about the difference in pronunciations between Brits and Americans, and he goes, Americans say herbs, and British people say herbs, because there's a fucking H in it. And that's what that reminds me of. Anyway.
I like it.
Yeah, so this is the sour banana sherbet, and we're rocking it tonight. We're smoking it. I'm sparking up my second of these little mini joints. It was a long day, and we got a lot to talk about in pro wrestling. What should we start with?
Hey man,
start with
like
our
sushi.
favorite show,
Let's get it
most
raw.
interesting, exciting
Let's
thing
go
of the
best.
week.
Let's go best from worst. So we'll start with Raw, the flagship show, baby.
Come on, man. That was like a WrestleMania length episode.
It was just so good to see all those legends. Man, oh man, what a great use for those guys.
Wonderful.
Who wasn't excited to see Goldberg back? Oh, that's right, my ass.
Oh, come on, man.
All right.
He has a few to finish with Tatanka, the great Tatanka, who made his reemergence in 2021.
Nah, dude.
Tatanka.
IRS was there to avenge his son losing to Goldberg, which should have never fucking happened.
Damn straight.
I can't believe that was not addressed. Oh, Jesus, mother.
Is
Go ahead.
Goldberg like the annual pay-per-view WrestleMania ruiner? Is that like his gimmick now? He comes in and ruins everything before WrestleMania?
For
I
us,
guess,
yeah.
Here's the thing. I said it last week, and I guess I didn't mean it, because I didn't believe myself. I said Vince and K. McMahon wanted that fucking match, and out popped this motherfucker. And I was like, I was like, why am I surprised? Why?
What do you mean?
I'm a little surprised. I thought it was gonna be, that was
On
Roman's
Friday?
problem.
Thought it was going to be on the Friday show? Or
Yeah,
what?
I didn't expect to see him on Messing with Drew.
It's true. But it kind of makes sense, because if Vincent is going to mess with one of his guys, and there's a possibility that Goldberg might win the belt,
No.
I
he
mean, you
would take it
can't
off
say it's
Drew
not
before he
possible.
would take it off Roman.
He would take it off Drew. Oh
I don't-
no!
I think the opposite is more likely, in that a win over Goldberg, especially a decisive one, can shoot Drew McIntyre into the stratosphere. So at least from probably Vince McMahon's perspective.
That is an excellent point. Because one, if he does, for the casual fans, it'll be like, oh shit, this guy just beat Goldberg, because they still
Yeah.
look at Goldberg.
I think
like
that's
he's
the
something
point.
Cool. And then,
Yeah.
even if for like us that watches all the time that hates seeing Goldberg, we'll be happy to see him put down Goldberg. So it's a fucking win-win if they do the right thing.
And not the thing they did with KO and The Fiend. So,
Oh shit, my bad, guys.
they would have to do something other than the thing they've done the last two times. So please,
Right.
please don't do that again.
Please.
Like, KO never really recovered. Like, The Fiend, I don't know if he ever will fully recover. It's too early to say at this moment.
He
But
won't.
I don't think he ever will. It's, like, don't do this, please.
We gotta hope and pray that they don't. There's always the chance that they do, but the rumors, and I hate talking about these sometimes because I do love, especially on the road that we're on now, the road to WrestleMania, the best time of year to be a WWE wrestling fan.
That's true.
I really like to stay away from the dirt sheets, but it's impossible not to hear the chatter as an adult wrestling fan. And the chatter that I've heard, and you got to take it with a huge grain of salt because you never know with WWE, is that they're building Mania to be champion versus champion, Roman and Drew.
Damn.
And I don't know how I feel about that unless there's some big restructuring of the belts and we're going to unify
Exactly.
them and there's no universal champion. We just have a fucking WWE champion. Then I might be excited about seeing who of those two, of the biggest stars in the company will actually be the one. That would be dope. But if it's going to be, so they can hold two belts up, I won't be as excited. But
No, I think that would ruin Roman for me.
yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
I think
Him
if they
holding
put
two
both
belts?
belts, I think if they put both belts on Roman, then I think right now I have these like rose-colored glasses at Roman because I'm like, yeah, I'm finally doing what Vince wants me to do. But at the same time, it's because I want to, because it's actually good. But I think if he puts both belts on Roman because he's his fucking golden boy, I think I'll be like, nah, fuck that.
I don't
I'm
know.
over it. I'm not with it.
I
I'm
think
not
if
trying to see.
no, go
trying to
ahead.
see that. No, you're good. I was finishing.
No, it's cool. I think if Roman continues to perform at the caliber that he's performing, then I'm gonna be bought in. But you never know if they push him to the moon like that and give him two belts, maybe it'll be overkill. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I take Ariel's point. That might it doesn't seem like that's the thing that Roman would want. Like, he's the head of the table, not the belt collector.
Yeah.
Like being his position as head of the table is unthreatened and unchanged by having 2 belts.
No,
It's
that's a good point.
extra head. That would kind of be, why the effort?
The story is there. The head of the table needs to be the champion. And if WrestleMania is about throning that dude, then I'm all for it.
But to bring it back to Goldberg, though, I feel like WWE still doesn't understand the Goldberg character. Like, you were a big Goldberg fan growing up. I think we all had maybe not Kyle. Kyle hated WCW, but I was a huge Goldberg fan.
I was into it.
Stone Cold ripoff
all the time.
Stone Cold.
He was not a Stone Cold,
but he was so different.
He was
they're just both bald.
Different.
I don't believe he's a Stone Cold ripoff now, but as a child, I sure did.
Okay. That makes sense.
No, fair enough. But like, the point of Goldberg is that he only says 2 words: "Who's next?" He doesn't come out and cut long, rambling, nonsensical promos about how Drew McIntyre, maybe the most white meat babyface we've had in a while, doesn't have respect for the legends.
No, he can't improvise.
Did you know? Okay, did you know what happened with that?
I've heard.
So, evidently, they were short for time. I don't know how you get short for time on a show that's already too fucking long.
Come on.
Maybe spent a few too many seconds with Mark Henry hobbling around. Unfortunately,
making legends look like idiots. Maybe you don't do that.
Idiots. Maybe you don't do some of those segments. But what was supposed to happen was Drew was supposed to win that match, obviously, and then cut a promo on the legends that were sitting on the ramp, and then Goldberg was supposed to come out from the ramp and meet him in there and defend the legends, but because they were cut short for time, they ended up just making Goldberg look even more like a fucking.
Well, I think what I heard is that they kind of counted on Goldberg to iron out the wrinkles here, to improv a little bit, and Goldberg was like, "I only do the script," and so that's what he did, and it didn't make sense. But even if that's true, what sense does it make to have your biggest babyface in the company get heat with the legends? Like, was Drew McIntyre really going to beat Keith Lee and be like, "You legends, sack of lazy shites," and then Goldberg comes out to defend him? I mean, that seems like a promo for Randy Orton.
Yeah.
So, insane.
I have no idea, even if that was the case, why that would have made sense.
No. Unless it was like a heel turn.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, Goldberg did not improvise, and Drew McIntyre was just like, I've got all the respect in the world for these guys, but and that just was real awkward. Did it seem also like it was like a bootleg version of Goldberg's music? It didn't seem like the real thing. Or was I just missing the beginning?
I couldn't hear it over my audible groaning that Goldberg was about to come out. And
Same.
Oh no! I was doing that and I missed it.
In his jeans and dress shoes, you don't look scary, bro. You got no one's here for it.
No
bad follow up to the match. But did we like the match?
The Keith Lee versus Drew McIntyre?
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah.
Not as much as I wanted to, or that I think I should have.
Same. I think they did a good job on commentary putting over Keith Lee's chances to win the title. Even though I knew it wasn't going to happen.
Right.
And I appreciated the Spanish Fly from the top for a couple reasons. One, because it's just a dope ass move, and two, it was nice to see that after hearing that Vince had sent him down to learn how to wrestle like a big man, quotations. And I was like, so I didn't know if we would get to see any of these like high flying things from him, because I didn't know in Vincent K. McMahon's mind that he would think that would be something good to do still. So I was like, fuck yeah, Keith Lee on the top of the fucking ropes, like I'm with this.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the match. Like I think that was one of his best matches to date. We had that little flub at the top with his over under spot that I was like, oh no, it's all over, oh Lord. But that's just my over investment in everything that is in Keith Lee. Like outside of that, like it was a really good match. Like him and Drew work wonderfully together. And I don't want to be the one who compliments the WWE, but you know what? I think I heard specifically what they wanted him to go down is learn how to punch. Like they said, his punches were shit.
His punches were kind of shit.
And his club, the way he was clubbing him around, looked pretty good.
Yeah.
It looked pretty.
Good point.
It was,
That's a good
it was
point.
different. And like I heard that was the specific thing you went to go work at. It wasn't just everything. Like your punches are crap. Go do something else with those.
Right.
And it looked pretty good. Like
Listen, having like a state of the art, one of a kind wrestling school as a part of the gag is not a bad thing if you need to go down and polish something, but especially if it's that specific, you know. But I don't know.
yeah, like
For a guy who's been around as long as he has, it is kind of ridiculous. But
you have to be sent anywhere.
yeah.
By anywhere with almost. But yeah, like he got all this stuff
Did you pronounce that correctly?
Almost.
Isn't it? It's Omas.
Almost.
They
I
keep
refuse to
changing
say
it.
his. Do they?
I think it's Omas.
Was it not almost at one point?
Or is it Omos?
No, they said it. Is it Omas? I think
No,
this week. And I was like,
I know he corrected him this week.
No, it is definitely almost.
so why? But wasn't it almost at one point?
Let's not get bogged down. with this.
I'm
No,
too
man,
high for this conversation,
it's
bro. I will
Amos
stay
and
here
Andy.
for 30 minutes.
It's Amos and
Let's
AJ
get to the bottom of
Styles
this.
taking on.
Oh my god!
So that was
No,
a
yeah.
subtle. So AJ Styles is a good guy now. Are we agreed on that? Is he's just they're a good guy team now, right?
I guess.
I think they're baby faces now.
Yeah, I guess. Like working with Elias, like they've done it 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
they're good. They're put them on the good guy column, and that's some people I think have said that's out of left field. Like, how is that? But this ever since he like took the peach pie from whoever, I don't even remember when AJ Styles took that. He's been funny, especially since he's been with Omas,
Yeah.
and it's the writing's been on the wall to me. So I'm all here for a funny face turn from AJ.
And he's got the best pyro in the game.
Come on, yeah, you got to cheer for it. But yeah, what else is there to talk about on Raw? Is there anything to talk about? Did we cover it? I mean,
Yeah, there's still a little bit to talk about. I think I'm interested in this possibly heel Charlotte.
oh,
that what we were
yeah. See, was that? I almost
they
think
trying
that
to
was a
get her
mistake
heat?
from Ric Flair,
A mistake,
Yeah.
like truly.
or like was Ric Flair? I mean, in kayfabe, he was trying to trip whoever the fuck she was wrestling. I don't remember, and he accidentally tripped her. It was like he looked surprised or something after he did it. Like,
Yeah.
oh shit, or
Right?
was he?
Has
Or
to
did
be.
he mean to do it?
That's what I think they didn't show us yet, but I thought that it was a mistake. I thought the Lacey Evans Ric Flair stuff was kind of weird.
Remember how we talked about this? Like they cannot decide what the fuck
Yes,
Lacey
you're
Evans
right.
is.
No,
Yeah.
they
Like
probably
she's
never will.
schizophrenic. Now she's a gold digger. Like well, I thought she was a
Yeah.
Marine. No, I thought she was a pinup girl. No, I thought she was a class of something
Marine that
belt.
was married with a child.
Now she just fucks old men.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't.
No matter what, you know she's drinking sweet tea.
I hate it. And now she's in a trucker hat. She's in a trucker hat. What is going on?
She's
Yeah.
the whole
Why-
South. She's not one state.
She is the whole South.
She's the whole South.
She done seceded from her whole
No.
self.
I don't think that she's got a pairing with Ric Flair in her future. If I were to guess, I think that's a 1 week pop for the Legends Night. Because again, I don't know if we're breaking kayfabe or not on Instagram or Twitter or whatever. Charlotte put out a big thing like forgiving her dad and like I love my dad and blah 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 after the fact. So it seems like they ironed it out and everyone's cool.
What the fuck?
So I don't think that's a story that's going to continue. I
Or
literally think it
something,
was just
or they
a
do
one.
that and then something happens again.
I think they wanted to do the bit with Lacey Evans and then they'll never visit it again.
Like maybe
Wow,
just an
that's
excuse to
crazy.
get. Well, they are gonna. They are following it up with a tag team title match. So maybe it was just
Oh.
an angle to get them to that tag team title.
Interesting. And we know
Like,
Rick's
that's-
always willing to get on TV, so maybe
Yeah.
they will do something.
And which
And-
I don't think
and-
is a bad thing. 2-3 week feuds that culminate on TV. You need those if you got 3 weeks of TV time, 3 hours
Right
of
on.
TV time. Just like,
Now, on this match,
3
I have
hours,
to
my
ask,
God.
just because I'm such a fan, I'm such a huge stan. Asuka Charlotte WrestleMania ? And
Ooh.
second question mark, does Asuka finally get the win on Charlotte at WrestleMania ?
I hope that's the story they're telling. I hope that's the story they're telling.
Me too.
I really want
You
it.
know, mostly
But I think
because she's
Go ahead.
mostly because she's, it's that thing like, you've lost to somebody so many times. The only other thing to do is to win.
Mm-hmm.
Like
That's the story, especially on the grandest stage of them all, right?
New Japan is good at telling stories like that. Like they will have you lose to somebody in every conceivable way, and once you've lost in every conceivable way, you're gonna beat that guy. Like that's
Ricochet.
You're either never gonna touch again or you're gonna win. I fucking hate you.
Gotcha, Retribution. Got your asses. I got you. Play my music.
My music.
Dun 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 dun. Flex on them. How dare he? I did not mean to derail that, but
don't you do it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
We were done. I want Oscar to win at WrestleMania. That's
no.
it.
See, I said you were very close, Ariam, with your fantasy booking, but what's going to happen is that they will wrestle. Charlotte will win the belt because the more important story, at least in the Booker, Vince McMahon's eyes, is Charlotte tying her dad's record. That's what's going to happen. She's going to win it 16 times at least. She'll probably win it 17 times and beat her dad.
Oh my gosh.
And that's what's going to happen. So just strap in.
Get ready for it.
Yeah, but Raw sucked. It always sucks. It's going to suck for as long as it was 3 hours. They tried to bring Legends back to pop us. It didn't happen. It was horrible. They made all their Legends look like idiots. And I guess maybe that makes a little more sense if you're building up to Drew McIntyre cutting a promo on them. Like, all night long, you look like shit. But, the whole thing failed.
Last thing on that Ric Flair, Lacey, blah, 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 blah. Lacey got into some shit with Cardi B on the Twitter.
Because Cardi B got referenced on Raw. But,
and Cardi B just doesn't understand, like, kayfabe. She just,
apparently not.
Did you read the tweets? Like, she just thought she was getting talked down to, and she, like, went off. Like, went fucking off. If you haven't seen it, please go look at the tweets.
I saw some of them, but I didn't get that far, so I gotta.
I heard it happen. I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
I don't know that Lacey Evans responded because it was awkward.
I think she's gonna be on WWE pretty soon because she was just like, "Yo, that was Vince McMahon. That was not supposed to be how my debut was." So I think she's itching to get in.
She even said she referenced some like older wrestlers and shit, and Wale pretty much told her to go get that check.
Yeah, she's a legit fan for sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, Raw's a piece of garbage.
Yeah, at least Bobby Lashley hit a Dominator, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah,
that's the one good legend spot of the night for me.
Yeah,
that needs to be his finisher. That has always needed to be his finisher.
Yeah. Her business,
that Dominator was nasty.
Her business is a high point of Raw for sure. They got some interesting stuff going on there.
And while I was watching, I totally was just buying what you said last week about MVP, man. Especially the way he was handling the whole Shelton and
he's a great actor.
Feud at the end, man. I'm into it. It's good shit. Yeah. Cedric needs to put a little bit of bass in his voice, but besides that, I'm pretty good with it.
I ain't got no bass in my voice, man. That's all I got.
That's funny. Oh, Cedric, I understand. I get it. I've been there. Let's move on. Fuck Raw.
All right, bang, bang. It's time to move on. Get ready for the Impact Driver, bitches. All right, put 30 seconds on the clock.
Start the timer.
Time. All right, start the timer. I'm hot. Oh, yeah. I'm feeling it in my bones.
He's feeling it.
I'm feeling it in my spirit.
You gotta go with the flow.
You gotta feel it now. It comes in.
All right, here we go.
It's possessed by me.
2, 1, go.
Bitch, we back. It's Impact Driver, bow bow in your mouth. Today, and it's happening as we speak, we had Impact Genesis. That's a back-to-back Saturday event. We coming back with Hard to Kill next time, but this time we had Impact Genesis. And my man, Ace Austin, the future Impact champion, he's going to beat Kenny Omega for the Impact Championship one day. He won the Super Juniors, I can't remember the name of the tournament, but it is the King of the Ring, but in Impact. And it was awesome. Jordan Grace wrestled Jazz. Yes, Jazz with the great arms is still wrestling. One-on-one match with the... You got to give me the 5-second countdown. You just threw me out there.
I gave you 5 seconds.
Oh, you're here. I was hot.
10-second wrap up. 10-second wrap up.
I'll give you
Jordan Grace versus Jazz. It was awesome. Now, I wouldn't have gone into Jordan Grace if I knew I had 5, but yeah, that was your Impact 30. Impact Driver out.
Peace out. That's all you get, Impact. Sorry. Get some fans. It's awkward to watch. It's awkward to watch you. Put some fans in the crowd.
It's awkward to not watch you.
Hey, Cam, come on, man. Jordan Grace is so thick. You gotta watch for Jordan.
Wait,
Jordan
Jazz?
Jazz.
Jazz.
Jazz. That jazz.
Like that jazz.
Yes.
All
the
that jazz.
arms
Like all that
stuff.
jazz. Like,
Dum,
come on,
dum.
babe. Why don't we paint the town?
Let's
right
not.
up there is where she stores the juice.
Oh my god. Well, that was Impact. Tune
How
in.
about New Year's Evil?
Yes, NXT, New Year's Evil. Great show.
Great host.
Shout
I
out to
like-
Oh my
Loomis.
god.
I
Oh
like
my
Dexter Loomis as a host
What?
because he wasn't in the ring. He was barely there. Like he was great on commentary because he didn't say shit.
It's laughable.
But no,
No.
for real, brother. It was the rare moment where the baby face commentator gets to bully the heel because he had a baby face there as a silent muscle. It was kind of fun. So put Dexter on commentary, have him not say shit, and also not wrestle, and I'm happy.
Oh my god. I don't know. I think they got something in the guy.
Something.
I want them to. But right now I'm
it-
laughing at him, and I don't want to laugh at him if he's gonna be this character.
Well, he's doodling, so how can you not laugh at him?
They need to make him more. They need to make him more of like a, the tortured artist that they're trying to make him, and that's going to be more of
Nah.
like a. I don't know.
They need to change his finisher to the doodly doo. That's what they need.
My valet happened to be walking by when that show was on, and she double take, and she was like, "Ooh, he's hot," and she doesn't often do that, like when a wrestler's on TV. So I was like,
Okay, she likes serial killers.
maybe they got something. Oh
She
shit!
likes Proud Boys.
Shit!
Hey.
All right, we'll address that later.
All right, Over Easy is challenging Dexter Loomis to a fight for the valet.
I'm gonna lock this dude in my trunk.
And doodle away.
Anyway, so yeah, that
New
show, New Year's Evil.
Kicked
Were you?
off with a bang.
Yeah,
Ooh,
see,
okay, absolutely.
this match between Karrion Kross and Damian Priest. Here's the thing. I think Karrion Kross, and specifically one moment in his entrance, is my favorite thing in all of pro wrestling right now. It's at least the thing that I get the most jazzed for. Like I'm getting amped just thinking about it. When
Eggs burning.
she leads the way, and then she gets in the ring, and sometimes she's lip syncing it a little bit, but then like he lets her go, and then the drums kick in. And you think he's gonna make an entrance, but he teases you for a second,
Yeah.
and then he comes right in, right
Out
at
of
the
nowhere.
right fucking time. It's such good timing. It's so well choreographed that it gets a rise out of me every time. And those two together are just so everything. Like Scarlett, she is
Jeez.
pro wrestling. Scarlett, she is. That's all there is to it.
Oh,
She's
man.
everything.
Yep.
She's
Everything. She is everything.
And I've been
She's
physically
killing it.
touched by Scarlett.
What?
Yeah. AAW. I was
What?
AAW, Logan Square Auditorium. I was in standing room only. And I'm embarrassed because I can't remember who she was managing at the time. But I stood right by the entrance the whole night and got to do some cool interactions, some jawing with some guys. Usually I'm not shy. I'm a good vocal fan.
Mhm.
Almost bordering on obnoxious, I would say.
Maybe. Both of us.
Yeah, but Scarlett entered, and I was wowed seeing her in person. And I think she noticed, and I was standing right there, and she goes like this, and the audience can't see it, but she puts her index finger on my chest and kind of does a little like down the chest with it, and gives me a seductive look, like, "What's up?" And now
You
it's like
lucky
every time.
motherfucker.
It's like every time I see her on TV, I have this physical connection with this person.
God damn.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I just hope that WWE 2K22 or 21, or it's 22 now, hope they were watching, and I want them to make a nice, detailed model of Karrion and Scarlett, especially Scarlett in that outfit. Because that is their base outfit. Just do that.
They
Oh my
are-
God.
They don't even make simulation anymore. They have fucking arcade game now. Don't
Oh
even get
my
me
God.
started on that.
Well, they just took the year off. They just took the year off because 2020
I
was
don't
so bad.
think so. I don't think they did. I think they're
Well, I
done with
mean,
that.
they decided to not make another one. They decided to not make 2021 because 2020 was so bad. So I do think the arcade was a stopgap, but we'll see if it actually
We'll
comes
see.
back.
I hope
properly.
simulation comes back because I fucking love simulation.
I do want to say one thing that's important about the Karrion Kross act that I really enjoy. And I want to shout out to Scarlett for helping Karrion find the hard cam because he was kind of lost for a second. he kind of walked in a circle. I've never seen him do that. She was like, it right here, baby. And
I didn't even notice. I didn't even notice that.
Go back and watch it. He just
you mean after he won?
Well, no, when he came in, because now it used to be it's straight down the aisle. Now it's down the aisle and he's got to pick a direction. And he has to do it in smoke with lights and stuff, and she has a little more calm, and she gets to find it first. And he was like, yeah.
No, I was too busy marking out on my couch.
In that way that an actor helps a lost actor on stage.
Oh
like,
my gosh.
hey.
I never help.
But important thing I want to say about her is this is a nuance that's going to be completely lost when they hit the main roster, and I think we should enjoy it right now. As much as we've talked about Scarlett, NXT matches with Karrion Kross are about Karrion Kross. They're not about Scarlett. Mm-hmm. And as soon as Vince lays eyes on her, she's going to be in love stories, and someone's going to be trying to steal her, and she's going to be doing these long promos, and every match is going to involve bumps with her. Like, that's what's going to ruin it. Specifically at this moment, she comes in, she does great work in the background, and then Karrion Kross's matches are about him. And I really enjoy that nuance in NXT. So enjoy it now. Enjoy it right now.
I hope you're wrong, JB. I do, but I think you're right. Because, NXT is Broadway.
I noticed how little I even thought about her during the match.
Yeah, it's not about her. Because Karrion's a fucking killer.
Mm-hmm.
He is.
He's a killer.
And Damien, the babyface of the year.
Oh, my God.
Yo, them starting with Damien's entrance, shout out to production. Like, they're just making some good fucking decisions down there. You have a fucking, like, a special event called New Year's Evil, and you start off with, like, Damian Priest's music and the fucking flames.
Those are my top 2 entrances in NXT right now.
And they were back to back.
Maybe not top 2. I'd be curious to try to narrow my NXT entrances down to 5 because there's lots of them that I like. Maybe we'll do that on a future episode.
That sounds a good idea.
Top 5 NXT entrances, but those are 2 of my favorite for sure. So, I mean, I was just so jazzed right off the bat, and then I think they just delivered so much on an amazing physical match.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
I've never really noticed, like, specifically when a wrestler works a babyface style, but like that, that was all over Damien.
My God,
it was a beautiful babyface performance. Like, he's hulking up. I'm like, is Damien hulking up?
Yes.
Like, let's go. Did you hear the rumors about what happened on SmackDown with him?
I did. Yeah, he's supposed to go up with that and finally be a fucking friend to Kevin Owens, who needs a friend more than any man in pro wrestling.
But I'm so glad that Roman nixed that shit.
They both did, apparently. Kevin Owens was like, but he's not really my friend. No offense to him, but
nice guy.
It's like, when did WWE start, like, caring about things like that? Sense.
Right.
Or reality or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I'm glad they nixed it.
I feel like that would have been a real awkward introduction for him. Like,
in being in a tag match immediately, it just, like, it makes it not about him, and it needs to be about him.
Yeah. Like, it was everything that didn't make sense about Keith Lee's debut. Like, when are you best friends with Drew McIntyre?
Yes.
Yes.
But at least there's some truth there. They came up and Evolve or whatever. They'd had some history of being friends and having good matches and shit on the indies. So that makes sense. I don't know if Kevin Owens and Punishment Martinez ever really crossed paths, but I could be wrong about that.
Yeah.
You'd have to tell that story.
Oh, man.
That Razor's Edge from Priest was a little scary. I just gotta throw that out there, man. I was kind of worried for Karrion.
Karrion got him back with that powerbomb.
Oh my God,
that's why I liked it.
Fucking brutal.
Yeah, so somebody got a receipt. If that Razor's Edge was rough, then that powerbomb was like, I got you one better.
If they want to almost break their necks for my entertainment, who am I to stop them?
They did that. They did that New Japan Dojo style.
Yikes! Strong style.
Turn the neck this way and have you slam me right on the side,
motherfucker.
Yeah,
and almost with Rhea too.
Oof.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, yeah. Let's get to that then. But yeah,
But
great match
fuck,
by Damien
Yeah,
and
and
Kerry.
that fucking forearm to the back of the head finisher. My God, I just love it. What a killer that dude is.
Time's up. The little modified bull hammer.
Time's up. Ooh, man, I'm into this.
I like
I'm
it.
in-
I don't like the cross jacket. I feel like we've had too many rear naked chokes.
I get that.
You know? Yeah. I just
Do
don't like that move.
Do the time's up more often. That's cool.
Yeah.
What else on New Year's Evil?
I mean, we just started talking about the Rhea match, the Rhea and Raquel match.
Yep. What a match that was, right?
That was
Absolutely.
it. I think that's match of the night. As much as I like the main event, that was match of the night.
I'm giving the slight edge to the first match just because of how excited I was about the entrances, but as far as a wrestling match, yeah, I might give
So
the slight
good.
edge to those ladies.
Absolutely.
This was the one time though that I can remember in a long time that I was, when they were both after that final spot laying there, that I was like, oh, this is going to be a perfect double count out. This is going to be perfect. Neither of them are going to get up and the story continues. So I was definitely swerved when she came out of there, and I was like, oh God, she fucking won. Raquel won.
Big win for Raquel.
I was like, oh,
big win for Raquel.
I don't know if I agreed with the booking, because I'm starting to. I mean, but I guess what we're doing here is like giving Rhea a huge
it's a huge push.
comeback
But
story or something.
If Rhea's leaving, I don't know that she gets affected going to like the main roster, like by losing. But it sets up another fucking big dog on NXT in NXT's women's division. Like they need another one, really. But
I mean they do.
I mean, but
NXT. Sorry, NXT.
I mean,
sorry, I thought
NXT.
you meant the main roster.
No, I'm
Yeah,
saying like
never
they
mind.
have so many,
Yeah.
just fucking badass motherfuckers on there
I agree.
to choose from. I will say this though, and because the announcers were pissing me off, they kept putting over Rhea being like the top female dog on, and I was like, does the NXT Women's Championship mean nothing to anyone?
No.
And then they were like, they said something like, no one's ever put their body more at risk than Rhea. And I was like, did we not just see Io Shirai jump from the fucking top of a cage with a damn trash can on her fucking head? Like, I won't take the slander.
No.
You can put over Rhea, but figure out a different way than like putting down the fucking NXT Women's Championship.
I didn't take it. I didn't take it as such an insult, but I took it more as like a way to make Rhea distinctly something. Like if you go over to New Japan, who's the best at literally anything you want to talk about? It's Okada. He's literally the best at everything, and that's Io Shirai. She's the best at everything. So if anyone's you don't want anyone to be known as the second best something. So like Rhea does these big slobber knocker, throw it around, big slam into each other, brawling matches. That's kind of her shtick. I don't want to tell anybody that Io can do it too, because then what's fucking special about her? You gotta let her have this.
I mean,
Io has the belt.
Sense, though. I hear what you're saying, but it just makes no sense.
No, you know what? As I say that, I'm with you because I'm on a similar thing with Sasha and Carmella. Like, I don't like that Carmella is saying that she is more talented than Sasha, because that's just fucking ridiculous. Like, you can say that. Yeah, it's just not true. You could say, like, I got your number, despite all your talents, you can't beat me, or I'm that one in a million that's super talented people. Like, you could say that, but to actually make the argument that you're not as talented as me is fairly ridiculous. And I take your point.
It's hard to hear that, like, she's the NXT top female dog. Like, okay, so the championship whoever holds the championship means nothing. Like the championship is supposed to signify who is.
Yeah, she's the one. She's that one in the women's division in NXT. It's Io Shirai. She's got the belt. She had the best year. You could argue Io Shirai was the wrestler of the year, and she could be in the top 5.
She won Performer of the Year.
Exactly, in NXT she did. I'm talking about in all wrestling.
Yeah,
she's in that conversation.
On the top 10 of one list I saw.
Yeah, right.
For sure.
So yeah, put some respect. That speaks to the announcers in NXT at large. I mean, I've really, really missed the old combo of Morrow and Nigel McGuinness a lot. Mm-hmm. It's really lacking. I do want to ask you guys, because several weeks ago I was complaining about Vic Joseph's Oh! Do you have either of you noticed, or am I insane?
I think you're insane.
I tried to listen once, and I didn't.
All right. Well, shouts to Vic Joseph then, because it's just me.
I think you're nuts.
That's okay. I am nuts, so I will accept that. I just think he overuses it, and I just he's just.
Like whoever does commentary on Impact Driver's back, bitch. Here we go. No, I'm kidding.
What is this? Josh. I can't think of his name.
Yeah, but he did it a bunch of times when I was watching, and I was like, "Is this what he was talking about?" I was like, "No, Kyle doesn't." Whoops, oh yeah, Kyle Kush. You got a name.
Yeah, I dropped my. Don't worry about it.
I was like, "Is this the one he was talking about?" I was like, "No, he doesn't watch Impact." So what the fuck am I on?
No, I guess it's just me. Sorry, Vic.
Yo, side note, we're fucked. Did you guys see they put Takeover on Valentine's Day?
Oh, I did.
Oh, we're fucked. Yeah, we're fucked.
We're fucked.
Yeah, what's his name?
They're just trying to get us in trouble, huh? Like
Wade Barrett was like, "Who scheduled this? I've got plans on Valentine's Day."
Yes.
Vic Joseph was like, "Well, now you're gonna be with me, buddy." Oh,
nope. That's a nope. That's a hard nope. It's a hard nope.
Yeah, so that's we're probably not watching that live.
No, yeah, definitely won't be watching that one.
No, we got to catch that one later.
Our 15 fans or we should not count on a live stream of NXT that night, so don't worry about that.
Yeah, I won't be able to.
Anyway,
the Xia Li thing, it finally
the reveal.
Yeah. Well, you've been watching this one for a while. What do you think, baby?
You know what? I wanted to love it more, but I still liked it a lot. You know, like I wanted to like really love it.
Boa's sunglasses threw me a little bit for some reason.
Yes.
I was like, "What is he, a gangster or something?"
And Xia was ready for the moment, but also a little not ready.
That's
like,
what
she showed some. She showed some still immaturity at the end. Like I think right before the cover, she like forgot what she was supposed to do. Yeah, and she took like you saw that too, JB.
Yeah.
She took like maybe like 2 seconds, and then she was like, "Oh, I got a fucking cover now. It's over."
Yeah,
and I was just like, I need this to be 100% complete.
Yeah,
if this is gonna be on screen now.
What I have is it's gonna take the performer some time to get used to the role. Mm-hmm. There's a couple of moments of insecurity in her new badassery, but it is still a good relaunch for the character.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely.
I was just a little... Go ahead.
No, sorry. You go ahead. What do you think?
Oh, no, I was just a little underwhelmed by the whole entrance. At first, I was like, oh, shit, because they started with the zoom in of this mysterious character, and I was really... It was scary. I was like, oh, God, what is going on? I'm going to be really into this. And then they just kind of came out, and the smoke came up. And then she did the thing with the 2 knives or whatever, which just didn't look as cool as I think they wanted it to. And then I was like, is she ever going to stab somebody with those? If not, maybe don't have those be a part of the presentation. Because you're never going to be able to use those. So maybe.
Also, she already used to do that in her other entrance.
Did she? I can't even remember. That's right. That's right. She did.
She used to do that shit in the ring already. So there was
she had fans.
We know.
She had fans.
Yeah.
It's upgraded.
The kick is higher.
They were literally fans when she did it before. Now
I think you're right. Now they're knives.
Oh,
so it's violent now.
Okay.
She's a warrior.
Fair enough. In that case, then I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, now the only thing that got me on that whole thing is they need to cut, and I talk about this in W, they need to cut faster. It's like, ha! And they showed her like, okay, now I'm going to put it together. Like either Bo needs to take them from her, or they need to cut faster so they don't see her getting out of her stance and placing them down.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Like this shit is not in front of a live audience. Like we should not be fucking, cinematic things like that up.
Yeah.
I will say her kicks looked brutal as fuck. And I mean that in a really good way.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Just kicking the shit out of Boa Lee for like 6 weeks.
Yeah, and then kicking the shit out of Katrina Cortez or whoever the fuck it was.
Oh yeah, good nice up for remembering that jobber's
Blue
name.
No, I think in a world where this is really like developmental, she needs some time to like really fit into that character, but I think she'll get it. Like I think the elements are there. I think there's a couple things. Like I talked about how I liked watching Karrion Kross put together some of the details that we really like about his persona. Even though it was mostly there when it started, he still put together a few more details that really make it click. And I think she's capable of filling in some of that with time. As long as they don't make her schizophrenic like Lacey Evans and change the fundamental point of it every week.
Yeah.
You got something, stick with it, let her get used to it.
Fair enough. That's a good point.
Yeah, I'm here for the ride.
Mm-hmm. And then
should we talk about the main event?
Yeah, baby. Blood and guts, baby. Blood and fucking guts.
So, how we feel about O'Reilly Balor 2 compared to 1?
I'll say this: I saw a fucking spoiler on Instagram, and so when I finally watched, I wasn't as into it as I wanted to be, and I don't think that's on either of the performers. So I'm really interested to hear what y'all thought.
That's interesting.
I'm guessing y'all were watching it without knowing who was gonna win.
Because I really did go into it thinking there was a good chance Kyle O'Reilly might win the belt. So that was part of the fun for me in the match. So knowing that it was spoiled for you, I can understand how that could take away from it a little bit.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, that really was for me the biggest draw. Like, they really did a great job of walking that fine line of, yo, this could happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That was really the draw of the match. Like, you truly didn't know until the end.
Yeah, Kyle O'Reilly is pretty masterful. His ring style, I don't know. I mean, I'm definitely not a wrestling scientist, so I don't know all of the terminology, but his I don't know, it's like catch style wrestling or whatever, but it's incredible. Like, every time I watch this guy, I love him more. And
his jiu-jitsu game is on point. I love it. Like, I love the way he rolls. Like,
yeah, it's just, it flows. It's something else, man.
For me, it's his escapes. Like,
exactly.
The way he escapes out of holds and transitions into new ones, he does it like fundamentally sound. He doesn't do it where they let him go and he got into it.
Right.
Like, he really, like, okay, to escape, you go through here, this, and it just flows so. I love to see him wrestle Thatcher and see how that those styles.
That's great. Mesh. That's the kind of thing. If we had a little babyface Kyle O'Reilly run, that would be a fun little feud. But I don't know about what you guys think, but looking at the way that those two dudes were looking at each other at the end of that match, it doesn't seem to me like it's over.
I don't know.
Maybe for now.
I kind of feel like that's like.
I thought that was the bookend.
Yeah, I feel like that was it.
Interesting.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it was sad, a sad and bittersweet ending, but I kind of feel like that was it. Like, I think this next.
I don't know where Kyle goes from that. Right now. Like, immediately. Not to say about his whole career, but just like right now.
I think in these situations, and you asked a similar thing about KO, and I wanted to say this in, I think all you need is some dick heel to come make fun of him about losing, and you've got your next program. Like, in any situation, that's what characters like Cameron Grimes are for. Like,
Ooh, bro, I could see that happening this week.
Yeah, like, that's why you need those guys. Like, you come in, he runs this big fat mouth, he's a little butthurt, like, legitimately butthurt about the loss. He doesn't have to, like, it can affect him upside Cameron Grimes' head. If you need to beat up on Cameron Grimes, or if Cameron Grimes gets to take advantage of an emotional Kyle O'Reilly and propel his star a little higher to whatever he's going to do next, maybe win a North American title someday, which I think is money. That's where you do it.
Yeah.
Take that hard loss. Let it burn him. Let him sulk. Like, it's great. It's great TV. He looked real depressed after that. And I'd love to see him carry that for the next couple weeks.
Poor Kyle.
Like,
feel for
Pete
him,
Dunne can come take advantage of him again.
Yeah. I don't know.
Nice squash match. Like, you had me last time. Now you're sad and depressed. And 2 minutes out.
I enjoyed that it ended in submission.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was cool. I was not expecting it, so I was a little bit underwhelmed. I was like, "Oh, it's over." Okay.
Yeah,
and the camera missed the fucking tap.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, they did. Yeah,
that was part of it.
Man.
What are they doing back there?
Didn't we just compliment their production?
I did just give a shout out. I rescind my fucking shout out to production.
They're awesome, but they suck. Let's face it. They're really, really good, but they're horrible. There was one more thing
I didn't like about production. You think an LED screen breaks and breaks and breaks and breaks and then goes back to being fucking fixed? What kind of shit sense does that make? Shout out rescinded WWE NXT production.
Get it together. But Finn's still the champ.
Yeah, man. Like, I'm glad that he's still the champ. I hope they can squeeze in one more kick-ass feud before Karrion Kross. Like just for me, you know.
Sure.
But I
say
love
get
him.
on. I say get on with it.
Huh?
I say get on with it.
Yeah,
They're both so fucking hot after these 2 wins.
Yeah,
right.
It just depends. Yeah, if they're not gonna do it right away, then you might as well wait till Mania. But that's too long.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But you know,
I don't know. Yeah, I think we're both high on Karrion right. We're all 3 high on Karrion right now. Finn
Since it's
beat
going
Kyle,
well,
and we
so
thought he could have fucking lost it. Like, fuck yeah, let him feed him to Karrion.
if I'm booking this shit, if they're putting me in the driver's seat, I'm giving it to Karrion, and I'm sending Finn to win this fucking Universal Championship back at WrestleMania. That's what I'm doing. But anyway, that's a story to be told on a different day.
I think that's likened to my Oscar winning over Charlotte.
Finn, if they don't tell that story someday of Finn getting that Universal Championship back that he never lost, what a loss that is for the world. Anyway,
I did just think of something with Asuka though. Be prepared for a giant Rhea Ripley shaped hole in your plans for Asuka at WrestleMania.
Oh, you think it's Charlotte Rhea again?
Could be.
Yeah, could be.
That's money for the future.
Oh, so you think that it would make sense for her to go Raw?
Because that was last year's WrestleMania.
True.
Instead of SmackDown. I could see that. Honestly, I wouldn't mind a program with Asuka and Rhea. If she wins right away, it would definitely signal to me that what Vince thinks about her.
It's not Asuka and Rhea.
Oh, it's Asuka loses it to Charlotte.
Yeah.
When then?
Soon.
Maybe twice. maybe
twice.
Maybe she. Yeah, seriously, she might win
maybe
it.
Twice.
She might win it a couple times before Mania, so she can get that record at Mania. You never know.
Man, I don't see that happening anytime soon. But all right,
I hope not, because I'm down. Rhea can wait. Rhea literally can wait.
Sure.
Like let her. I'd like to see her in a feud with someone like Bianca again, like to the new generation essentially getting a good run on an early WrestleMania match.
Yeah,
that'd be fun. But that's just me.
I like it. I liked New Year's Evil. It was a good show.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm in love with Kyle O'Reilly. I'm in love with Karrion Kross. I'm in love with Scarlett. I'm in love with Damian Priest. I'm in love with a lot of things on NXT. I'm high on it.
Just full of love.
But let's take a U-turn on the current product because we have a new segment this week. We're gonna take a pause in the conversation, and we're gonna hand it over to JB Bad in the Secret Stash. You want to introduce your segment?
Oh yeah, baby. We teased this last week, and now it's time for the debut. We don't drag things out like a Sting promo on AEW. Now, if you've ever been a smoker like me and you got your usual rhythm before you go get your next stash, sometimes you run short and you got to go into the secret stash. You got to find those little nuggets in the bottom of your bag or that little bit of keef in the bottom of your grinder, and you got to make that shit work. So when Raw's getting you down, you got to go back and you got to learn your history. Yes. You got to learn what brought you here. You got to see how far you've come so you know where you're going next. And in this secret stash, we're going to have a classic. We're gonna take you back. So go ahead, and I'm not going to spoil it for you. You're going to have to go and tune in. So enjoy this little special JB's Secret Stash. Get your history on. Yo, what's good? This is JB coming in for the very first of JB's Secret Stash. That's where we watch matches that maybe you haven't watched or you've heard a lot about and you've never actually watched, and I'm going to give you my fresh, hot, and hot takes on what's going on with them. Now, we just retired a great, which is known as The Undertaker, so I'm going to take it all the way back to 1994 in SummerSlam and see The Undertaker versus The Undertaker, because the only thing better than one Undertaker is two Undertakers. And while we out here smoking, we smoking on that Banana OG. Yeah, I can pronounce it correctly, but fuck that. I'm gonna say Banana OG. On his way to the ring now is the Undertaker, walking strong with the $1 Million Man who has the greatest laugh and the greatest jacket in all of wrestling today. I don't care what you say about that Undertaker, but he looks like a long gray titty. And out comes Paul Bearer with his arts and craft ass casket. Apparently while The Undertaker was resting in peace, he took a couple art classes down at the local rec center and decided to step his painting game up. Oh, and they worked me too. I thought The Undertaker was gonna pop out of that casket too, but out comes a Party City urn. My God. Alright, full disclosure, Paul Bearer is acting his behind off. Look at the body work, look at the physical commitment as he shakes that urn and shows it around, because the spirit of The Undertaker is upon us. See, this is what happens when you pay attention to your movement coach in college. You get to do great work like Paul Bearer. And here comes the man, the myth, the undead zombie that somehow wants to wrestle in a professional wrestling ring, The Undertaker. This SummerSlam is coming to you live from Chicago, so we got a bunch of 90s Bulls fans in the house losing their daggum mind for Mr. Undertaker walking that walk in pitch black. Oh my God, look at the drip, look at the purple gloves, look at the purple lining, the tie, the little trim on the hat. Oh my God, that dude looked like a country pimp from Augusta. Who knew that Death Valley was in Augusta, Georgia? Ted DiBiase sitting there like, back up, Terry, back up. Now you done raised yourself from the pits of hell, and yet you still got a clip-on tie. Well, that's how you know you a bad man, when you got a clip-on tie and still nobody messes with you. And here they go face to face, nose to nose, toes to toes, smelling each other's breath and shit. Oh man, this is the coldest shit ever. The Purple Pimp versus the Great Goblin. Look at them go! And I ain't gonna be mad about True Value Undertaker, man. He's doing his thing, although he needs to tighten up his makeup from the neck down. He got a little bit of that cake face. Oh my God, a drop kick. Oh my God, a Hurricane Rana. Oh my God, a back handspring elbow. Off the top rope, into the middle of the ring, crossbody, reversal, small package, gorilla slam is what I would be saying if this match happened in 2020. The Undertaker versus Undertaker match is the literal embodiment of less is more. We going high risk, we going old school, which I guess is just school at this point. We gonna rise up and we gonna drop it low. They done got a whole SummerSlam main event out of a light in an urn, a $15 paint job on a casket, and a color palette swap on some drip. Although I have to tell you, man, that drip is fresh, baby. And in the most action you've seen in the match so far, an extra from a Murphy Brown episode in 1994 reaches out and grabs two handfuls, like two scoops of raisins, of the Undertaker's buttocks, his jelly bellies, his cheeky weekies, his twerk muscles, and a little bit of frustration from the Undertaker. He's saying, you ain't got makeup like me, son. I cakes it on. You could wade your feet in my makeup, brother. You don't know my life. I'ma stand over you and flex for a minute so you can admire my unmade up chin. And we've reached the tombstone portion of the match. And just like the unpopular kid in class who doesn't understand why the joke is funny when Chris Rock tells it and not funny when he tells it, Aldi's Undertaker is mad as hell that his tombstone cannot keep the true Undertaker down. And it can't pop the crowd either, but only the rising, the reveal of the true Undertaker and a true tombstone can pop this capacity crowd of mullets to their feet and bring the blood vessels pulsating from the mind of Paul Bearer. He looks like he's gonna explode. Not the tombstone with one arm trapped. That's dangerous. Owen Hart's been watching. Stone Cold's neck is already in pain. And there's the match spoilers from a match that happened 26 years ago. The Undertaker wins. Well, I'm here to tell you this is a match that definitely belongs in 1994. This was a real careful, real slow match where they walked gingerly around the ring, but boy, since it's The Undertaker and there's a whole lot of atmosphere, and we always gonna get money out of the $1 Million Man's laugh, I guess it works. So I'm going to go ahead and smoke up to The Undertaker. He's still learning. He's still growing. It's 1994. It's a long way from WrestleMania 25 doing classics with Shawn Michaels. But you know what? It is what it is. So we go ahead and roll this Undertaker up like a Philadelphia blunt and ship him back to OVW. You have to add more to your beard to hide the red in it. And now it's time for The Undertaker to do his Shakespeare and allow the crowd to bask him in adulation. My God, this has been JB's Secret Stash. We out.
Welcome back, everybody, from your trip down memory lane. I was smoking during during the secret stash. I was smoking more.
Yeah.
But hope you enjoyed that, and we'll make that a regular thing. Every couple of weeks or whatever, or maybe even every fucking week.
Yeah, why not? Throw 'em. And if you got any suggestions for matches that you really enjoy that are on the network, please throw them on our Twitter. Like we it's a pandemic. We got the time. Like
exactly.
I would check these bad boys out.
That's at 420 Wrestle Hour. We're on Instagram and Twitter. If you're listening to this, let us know. We're not the only three people.
If you're out there,
speaking
tweet
out
along with me.
Come on, legend.
Let's go. Anyway,
Smoke Up Snoop Dogg on AEW. I smoke up for most of it because he was high as shit.
Yes, he was.
I love the Jericho.
some way.
Snoop jumped to AEW.
Wow. So Snoop, it was higher than you thought it was, wasn't it, my dude?
Yeah, he had that farther. He was like, "Scoot him this way, get him forward."
I mean, Cody, they know where to set the dude up. Like if he would have jumped from where that guy was, it would have probably been good.
It would have been perfect. Yep.
Yeah,
perfect.
He got up there. He's like, "Yo, wait a minute,
Snoop.
Like,
you may be the most famous rapper, but you're not the wrestler in the ring."
Oh my gosh,
did you see the story about it being a childhood dream of his and that whole thing?
Yeah,
like, it was really cool. Like,
I guess
I love that. Then I didn't know about that.
He always wanted to do a top rope splash after watching Jimmy. So like,
he's in the WWE Hall of Fame, and Vince never let him go off the top rope. So
yeah,
man, he's an AEW dude now. Shit,
he definitely is.
Kicked out of the Hall of Fame now.
Listen, he looked ridiculous, but he looked like he was having fun.
Man, for real, right? Tony Schiavone said, Snoop is so freaking cool.
I hate him. He
said it like a fucking secret admirer, bro. And did you hear when Taz told, he was like, take your white ass out of the ring, Tony.
Thank you. He's so cool.
Yo.
He's so cool. How are you, my fellow?
Snoop is so freaking cool.
Like, my fellow cool kids.
You're gonna that's gonna mess around and turn, and Shivani's gonna like grow on you with stuff like that.
I hope so, because at this point, these announcers are killing me on AEW.
But we had Jericho this time.
He tried.
Jericho was bringing the energy. Like
he's got energy, but he's not there yet.
One day it's gonna be Jericho and Eddie Kingston on commentary, and
dude,
the world's gonna be great.
Dude, that would be sweet.
One day it's gonna be fine.
That would be good,
man.
Because Jericho was popping me with this. He looks like a spaghetti. He was funny, and I appreciate
doing the famous hand sign,
and I appreciate it. And I don't want to give Jericho too much of the rub here because he's been doing some questionable things in real life. But I just find him so likable on screen. I can't deny it. Even when he was pulling the heel shit, talking shit about Snoop, as soon as Snoop comes over, he's like got $1 million smile, giving him a hug. It just warmed my heart. I really enjoyed it.
Like, beautiful. And come on, Snoop, for remixing Cody's theme.
Not bad.
I'm guessing the bars were trash because you couldn't hear what the fuck he was saying.
They just it's hard to throw a rap beat on that song, the Downstate song or whatever.
I'm gonna go ahead and just throw this out there and maybe get myself in trouble, but I found Snoop to be the most overrated rapper in the history of
That's
rap.
okay. No, I don't disagree with you. I think on a fame level, he may be the at the top of like recognizable rappers, but
ever.
Yeah, but does the skill match that fame? I don't want to talk bad about the dude because he's like on my top list of like dudes I would love to smoke a joint with, just to say like I smoked with Snoop. That would be so cool. But you're probably right.
Like I love him. Like when Snoop is good. But like, there's a lot more bad Snoop than there is good Snoop. If
You might be right.
If you like put them on, weighed them out.
Snoop Lion, though.
What other rapper is known for making up his own fucking words as much as Snoop?
Will Smith.
Hey.
Nah,
Sean Paul.
Sean Paul. Nizzle, fizzle, pizzle, kizzle, lizzle,
Hey,
tizzle.
he stole that from E40.
26, huh?
He stole that from E40.
I don't even know that E40 does it as much.
No, because E40 can calm the fuck down. E40 is like, I have to communicate with people, Snoop. I can't show up high to things. I have to speak English. Well, whatever.
We should really do the 420 hip hop hour.
Hey, there we go.
I'm down.
That's a whole other show.
But Wardlow and
Okay.
Jake Hager to jump back
talk about a heavyweight match.
Tanks.
A heavyweight match.
And
man.
let me say this. I want to say this. Did you see do you remember how not big Jack Swagger used to look? And how massive Jake Hager looks?
Yes.
You forget they're the same fucking person? How big are the people in WWE? Goddamn.
I don't know, man. I think about it every time
crazy.
I see Jake Hager. I'm like, how did WWE... Jack Swagger did not seem that big a dude.
He wasn't. He looked like a slightly undersized, scrappy, but strong wrestler.
Yeah.
This guy looks like a brick shithouse.
My God.
I mean, it's all about, people, what you have to compare it to, but man, he was big. And this match was fucking awesome.
I loved it.
Bro, that flying senton from Wardlow.
Yeah, man, that was Jeff Hardy. So he was like, he splayed them arms out.
I was like, what is this a cruiserweight heavyweight match?
Don't sleep on Wardlow. He had that great, was that a cage match with Cody too?
Yeah. I watched
he's
that a while
good.
back.
He's good.
I loved the restraint for the first part of the match to be like mat wrestling, because I was just ready for them to slam into each other, and they worked me. They started off like grappling and rolling, and it was a very slow opening of that match, and I was a little unsure going into the commercial break. But coming out of that commercial break, they're like, all right, we weren't boring, we were resting for this, and they went 1,000 miles per hour. Like, woo!
That's a good way of looking at it.
My goodness. That was in the great, fucking show of respect. Like it was, I love the story being told here. Like these guys they're going to have to slug it out eventually. Let's get it over with for the betterment of the group. Mm-hmm. And they did. Hager showed the respect, and now they're probably going to be bosom buddies, They already had a man crushes on each other. We just got to work this out. It's going to be hard for the inner circle to stay heels, man.
They called it an upset.
It was an upset, I think.
I didn't. I guess.
I think that's
I'm
the
just
story.
so out of the loop. But I expected Wardlow to beat Hager.
I didn't.
No.
Like when I look at Hager and I look at Wardlow, man, oh man.
Wardlow. I think Jake Hager's only really lost to champions, right?
If that's the case, then I'm completely wrong.
Yeah, I think he's only lost. They protect him because he's also an MMA fighter, like legitimately. So they don't hand him out losses, very often.
They've
done really well at protecting Hager for sure. So that was the impression I got, was that Hager's going to win.
Yeah, that was.
Then that's a good story told.
I was shocked, and I also
it was effective.
Loved I'm loving the slow build to MJF taking over the Inner Circle.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is going to be. It has a chance to be super emotional because he's building real meaningful bonds with them each week.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's not bullshit. He's not really tricking anybody. He's actually bonding with them, no joke. And I think there might be some like weird, like slow turn away from Jericho moment.
There will.
Where Jericho's like, you're with me. And he looks and they don't come with him. Like there could be a heartbreaking moment in the Inner Circle coming up. There could be some high drama.
And he's such a good promo, man.
Mm-hmm. The possibilities are endless.
Promo. What the fuck? Where is this kid from?
And this is the mid card of this show, which is why it's so good.
Yeah.
You got future champion written all over him.
Oh my God. Wrestler of the Year. Over Easy's Wrestler of the Year. MJF.
So,
quick side note.
Oh, side note. Hit me.
Did you guys think that it was weird that they didn't unveil the TNT Championship at all?
I blame Darby for that.
Is that what that was? He's just fucking holding it down like this? Like
he was doing too much.
Okay.
So somebody in WWE gorilla position would have grabbed him by his neck and said, "Boy, you better give me a good shot of that damn belt, or I'm gonna take the belt off you next week."
Bro,
Like there would have been someone
seriously?
to do that to him in WWE. That was just Bush League. I have it in my notes. That's Bush League.
Oh my gosh.
Drop the ball on that one, Darby.
Full ball drop on Darby. No one else to blame but Darby.
Yeah. He was like, it's not in my character to display the belt like that. I won't do it. And they were like, do it, Darby. And he was like, okay, I'll do it. And then he didn't do it. Because I'm a skater, dude. I fucking rebel, man.
Good looking belt too, I think.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. I haven't seen it as of this day.
I only saw it because of
You got a glimmer. You could have paused it at just the right angle.
Could I have?
Yeah, I believe. Why are we weighing these guys? What are we doing? Why are we doing weigh-ins?
I don't know. I thought it was fun. Like it like I think it was a good physical image for Brian Cage to be out there a full 100 pounds.
I was like, we can guess what these dudes weigh about. We know they're about 100 pounds apart. Like this is. I don't think you got to spell it out.
It was different than a contract signing. I liked it.
I just maybe I'm turned off anytime Tony Schiavone's in the ring.
I think that's it. You're mad at any excuse Tony has to speak.
Get your damn sweater vest, whatever you're wearing. Oh my god!
But Tony gets to tell him to get his white ass out of the ring, and that makes it all better.
That was good. Tony was so good on WCW, though. I will say, watching that Goldberg documentary on the network right now about his streak, which I highly recommend. You saw a lot of the old the old Tony Schiavone, and he really was really fucking good.
Cool.
Yep, cool.
Those were the days.
Just want to give him his props. He was good once.
I loved the WCW.
Yeah,
it's cool to hear from you that because you're normally like the WWF stan. That
no, I've gone back and watched some of the Golden Nitros, and I'm a fan now. As an adult, I'm not biased. As a middle schooler, oh yeah.
Fair enough.
So the main event. Kenny Omega versus Rey Fenix.
Yeah.
Kenny with the new jacket.
Woo.
Coming in smooth.
So, has there been a better match on AEW television?
Not this year.
I don't think so.
Not this year, no. No. But I think, if you take the the pay-per-views aside, but maybe even if you don't, God almighty. I love this shit so much.
What a fucking match.
I loved it so much.
We got an Eddie Guerrero tribute.
Oh.
Rey Fenix is a fucking boss.
Dude.
I would say the only thing that the only slight I can give the match, because it was a fucking masterclass, is the worst part of watching title shots is knowing when like a chance, when a person like is not going to win. Like has no chance of winning this belt. Like, as good of a performance Rey put on, there was zero possibility of him beating Kenny Omega right now. And so, knowing that, maybe as, like, being too much in the world, I was just like, But besides that, fucking excellent work.
Yeah, I understand what you mean, but I suspended my disbelief in that case.
I let that go, because by that logic, like, no champion's first two defenses can be any good then.
Right.
But that's why I don't like the recipe of wrestling. But, like, that's a different argument.
But no,
I miss the Attitude Era when like a motherfucker would win like a belt on Monday or a Sunday and then like lose that shit on Monday.
Hot potato.
Yeah.
But this match, and that's what I say about Kenny, man. This is what I told you we get when we have Kenny as champion. Every match from Kenny is going to be some of the best stuff we've ever seen. Like, this is prime, cleaner stuff. The psychotic eyes, the quick and sudden and frantic movements, like the way he slams on his neck. I'm like, holy crap! Like that backflip German suplex followed into a double stomp on Kenny's neck. Like he got them strong New Japan neck muscles. He's been working out in the dojo all night.
Fuck, man.
Like, if the first half of the match was all about the flips, and there were like 4 Hurricane Ranas in the first 2 minutes. And they all narratively made sense. They weren't just like dumb spots. They were building and responses to each other. And then they flipped and flopped throughout the whole first match. And the second half was all about kicking the dog shit out of each other. Like, man. Like, and that's the Kenny we've been waiting for.
Yeah.
Man, oh man.
Like that V trigger into the nip up, into the super kick, into them both being down. Like
There's nothing to say. There's nothing to say. It's just two of the best. Two of the best doing it. And Kenny is probably the best doing it right now.
I will
There's
say,
a shoulder
Ray,
up at the end, bro.
Yeah, I'm about to say, Ray, don't get cute. Don't
There
get
was a
cute, Ray.
shoulder up at
That's
the
the
end.
thing, though. He
Don't
kicked
get
out.
cute.
He kicked out.
Nah, yeah, he wasn't supposed to because the whole thing is
Good
no one
cover.
kicks out of the 1 year Angel. But don't get cute, Ray.
Good cover. They were like, oh, I think it was more of an instinctual thing.
Yeah.
I don't remember
what
who
was
said
that?
who had that line, but I was like, instincts
really
or
don't
not,
get it.
the shoulder was fucking up.
Yes.
Yeah, like somebody.
So what was that
somebody,
about?
Ray doing too much, trying to do that late, like, oh, I missed. You know,
Yeah.
he
He got cute.
being too cute, being cute, and the same person that needs to go grab Darby Allin and say, hey, is the same person that needs to grab
Chill
Ray by
out.
the mask, like, hey,
Chill out.
Don't you
1, 2,
fuck
3,
with the
bitch.
one-winged angel. Don't you fuck
Don't you-
with it.
like somebody messed up the brutalizer or the Pac's brutalizer earlier in the year on some BS like that. So don't
You
get
think
cute.
You think Kenny had words?
I hope so. I hope so. I
Man.
hope Kenny had hands. Like, don't finish it.
My fucking finisher, bro. I will hold your ass down,
'Cause
bro.
I was literally like, I was falling asleep leading up to this main event because I was watching this show after work.
Mm.
But when that match started, it was like a shot of espresso. I was just like, oh my God. All the way up until the end, I was so invested, and then I see that shoulder go up, and I couldn't stop talking about it. I was like, but he kicked that. Would we not mention that? Would at least be like, he got, but not. You can't because it's the one-winged angel. You can't. You just got to go with what they did.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pretend that didn't happen and say, Ray, don't get cute ever again.
We're gonna have to pretend. We'll just pretend. It's fine. It's not real.
But
At the end of the day.
we let that go. And then the Bullet Club,
Come on.
because AEW fucking gets it.
They could have done it for so long in WWE, dude. And now the potential is there for like the biggest thing in pro wrestling. You don't know what they if they start doing shit with New Japan, especially. I just think
It's gonna be a different world.
I get so excited at the thought of what could be happening with these different promotions kind of joining under the same kayfabe umbrella of being in that same world, obviously apart from WWE. That just excites me so much of these it's like the Marvel world, how they all live in that
Absolutely.
same universe. And
The same thing.
and we were talking about it a little before with what's happening in New Japan and Kota Ibushi finally conquering. I know JB Bad is very hyped about the Golden Lovers.
He has become God. Yes.
Finally.
You will understand if you watch the video, but it's a thing. He has become God. He has sport his sword into the heart of the devil, Jay White, and become God.
Yep. So yeah, they're prospective champions in their separate worlds,
Which is
So-
beautiful. It was worth it. The split was worth it.
So the Bullet Club is obviously copyrighted New Japan. That's their thing. It's like,
Mhm.
probably making them a lot of money, which is why I don't think they mentioned the name Bullet Club. They just kind of referred to it. But
I mean,
if that's in the works in the future,
They said it on Impact, though.
did they?
Yeah, when him got back with...
Wait, you can't talk
The
about
Good
Impact
Brothers.
right now, dude.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Come on.
Bitch, I'm back! You can't stop the Impact driver!
He's back in the
Sorry.
driver's seat. Yeah, so I guess they did reference it. So, I mean, that tells me that there's got to be something in the future with New Japan and AEW. And if there's some sort of super show or something like that, I salivate at the thought.
That'd be dope.
But the Bullet
It'd
Club's
be-
back together. The Young Bucks came back and I guess they did a turn, but I think they were already heels. I'm not sure. They just
I don't
made
think they
a...
were heels.
No,
What'd you say?
Faces.
absolutely not.
Yeah, there was a turn.
Faces. No. I think that was one of those awkward, like, we're going to just do full, like, tense Bullet Club thing because that was their thing. Like,
Yeah,
there's always some kind of person who was trying to pull away, and there's always somebody who's not fully invested.
Yep.
But I think they're just a reluctant. Okay.
Yeah.
I think they're still faces. But we're getting the Elite back next week, so that'll
Wait,
be.
I thought that was a heel turn.
I think we have an intrigue. I think we're gonna have to tune in next week to see exactly what it is.
They're kind of tweeners.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely did not give it to us all the way.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's where it's going.
Sure.
So, that would be interesting. I didn't even think about it the way you just said. So
Yes.
that's
Guess we got to see Wednesday.
It made me very excited, and I'm very grateful. One of the biggest things I'm grateful for doing this show with you guys is committing myself to getting fully into AEW, and they are, like we said last week or the week before, if there's a good company and an evil company, it's an easy.
Man.
I mean, it's just I've been enjoying it so much, and a lot of it I think has to do with that amazing tribute show to Brody Lee. But even in the weeks before that,
also on that side note, I don't know if you let's not act like it didn't happen. There was a fucking coup this week, and
the run-in at the Capitol, you mean?
Yes, absolutely.
Big run-in, yeah.
Incited by a fucking terrorist, our fucking president. And so here's the thing.
Whoa.
Mick Foley, shout outs to Mick Foley. I don't know if you guys saw this.
Yeah.
But on Twitter, he was like, hey, Vince, how about we get this son of a bitch out of our Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
And like, it's sometimes if I get too into it, it's hard to me to think about like WWE's ties with Donald.
Yeah. Saudi Arabia.
Yes, but it would be fucking awesome if Vince would do something about that.
Well,
It would be nice.
yeah,
Won't happen.
You're seeing,
Not gonna
you're
happen.
seeing, well, you're seeing things that you never thought would happen. People breaking from His Highness or whatever the fuck you want to call him, that you never thought would. So it could be a thing if the wind blows the right way and it's the right move politically, and every Trump finds himself with no allies in his faction. You may see the WWE go that way, but it doesn't seem like a thing that they would. It'd probably be a thing they send out a tweet about and quietly do. But
They
who
got
knows?
to because he can't with his bitch ass.
Yeah, I don't think it's happening. I think there's a more likely chance that he's like on TV on Raw, 6 months after he leaves office.
Oh snap! He's gonna come up. He's gonna be the next Legends Night with Hulk Hogan.
I think if that happens, we can
Yo.
all agree to never watch WWE again.
Yo, if they do that,
We will be fully WWE or fully AEW fans, and I'll start watching New Japan every week, and I'll start watching Ring of Honor and Impact.
Yeah, baby.
But until then,
Bro,
probably already
that
should
would
have
be
done that. But there's
wild.
too many people I love in WWE. You gotta watch them.
that means all the black people could leave and go to AEW.
If that'd be great.
That'd be wonderful. Hey,
Shit.
we free. Yeah, but there's one important thing to know, that the president's a terrorist, and that the president's a terrorist, and that he's a terrorist.
And that's the bottom line.
Because the president's a terrorist.
Hey.
So, on to SmackDown.
SmackDown it is. If anyone's still listening, I hope you are.
God damn it, I liked this show until I found out they're fucking libtards. Son of a bitch. I thought they would have motherfucking goddamn. I thought it was weird they were talking shit about Tony Schiavone. He's my favorite. Man. I tased my balls at the Capitol. My God. I love it.
Yeah, our viewership just went down to
Oh,
2.
Let's go.
It's gonna be
There's
3
three of us.
plays next week.
We're gonna
3 plays.
watch our what's the app that we do this on? I can't even
Anchor.
Anchor.
3 plays on Anchor, bro.
Oh, Anchor. That's right. Yeah. If you're listening to Anchor, I do the ad and everything. I couldn't remember it. Yeah, but we're gonna watch our stats go way down.
Yeah, buddy.
I think whatever. That's cool. We don't want those people listening to us. Anyway,
All right, SmackDown.
SmackDown.
Something, Black Lives Matter. Let's talk about Big E. I was a little worried when this match started because he didn't get a full entrance, and I was like, damn, like the Intercontinental Champion can't even get a fucking full entrance on a fucking show. 1 week he's like with the fucking tag team, and now his first like title defense, He's like doesn't even get a full entrance for this shit. Like what the hell? And then they had that weird like double pinfall draw, and then like Apollo was acting like a heel maybe, which was kind of interesting. And then Big E got slapped, and his fucking energy changed. It was amazing. It's everything that I wanted from Big E. And then after that, Apollo still got a little bit more in, which I didn't mind. I thought they both looked great here. The Apollo's standing moonsault is fucking excellent. And then Big E still got over and had a great fucking match, and we got to see a new side of him. Like I was into the whole thing.
Yeah. I don't think I could say it any better. It was great. I mean, I wish Big E wouldn't sell quite so much. Maybe just a hair less. But if it's for Apollo, I'm okay with it. Because I've got a soft spot for Apollo ever since that reality show Breaking Ground about NXT back in the day. Watch it if you haven't. It's great.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
That's a fair point though.
So, and just the way, that I want them to build Big E, I wish he would sell a little bit less. I wish baby faces in general would sell a little bit less. I want more cool, badasses, just like after he got slapped. I was like running around my house. I was like, oh! I would have liked it better if Apollo would have never got another bit of offense in after that. Like, if you slap fucking Big E, you're dead. Like, that's what I would have liked to see. But that's a mini gripe. I was a huge fan of the whole thing.
Yeah, it was a little overbooked for me. Like, it had a little just too much stuff going on. I feel like there was just you could have just told that story straight. Like, it's a good match, and then Apollo goes too far and slaps him, and then the whole thing turns. They just did a little too much with the everything beforehand and the double pin, and I'm a little confused. But that said, I like the story that they're telling. I didn't even mind him not getting a full entrance. It kind of gave me the idea that this is going to be a long reign.
Sure.
You know what I mean? It just felt like he was clocking in at the office.
Yep.
Get used to this shit. Like, Big E, champion. And I wouldn't mind if his matches had a nice, like, simple, like, punchy 10-minute you, then me, then I had to write it in my thing. If his matches had the simple you, me format for like 15 minutes a week, every week for 100 days, good reign.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm down with that.
Especially if he's got a bigger one in his future,
Yeah. Keep it simple, keep it punchy. Don't linger too long. He doesn't have to give you long epics. Just
he's so good.
Nice, fun popcorn matches. Not popcorn. That sounds a little dismissive, but keep it light.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm here for it. I'm high on Big E, obviously. We all are.
Mm-hmm.
This
more
dude,
of that energy.
Yeah.
More of that energy.
More of that energy, yeah. I would have really liked if he would have just been like, no. You slap me, you're done. Here's the big ending. Goodbye. He came at
he like kind of shit talked at the end. He's like shit talking Apollo.
He did. He was like
a little bit more of that energy.
I need the fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's good shit.
Since we're talking about endings,
yeah,
I want to talk about something that came to a tragic but much needed end. The Street Profits title reign. SmackDown. As the sun sets on a great tag team, we gonna smoke one for the Street Profits. Great title reign. Fantastic title reign. Loved it. You did a great job. You established yourselves as serious main eventers to be taken seriously into the foreseeable future. Can't wait to see what you do, especially working with the new tag team champions, the Dirty Dogs, just like my man Over Easy Kyle Kush called it. His nipples have got to be so stiff right now.
They're almost
cook for me, baby. Cook.
Almost there.
They're almost there.
I got them. They're now 3/4 of the way there.
3/4 of the way.
They're so close.
Exactly right.
So I knew that Montez and Angelo were gonna lose this one, man.
How did you know? Am I such a big mark for these dudes that
they sold as soon as their music hit? They said Montez is not 100% about his knee, blah blah blah. And then Corey said twice. I was listening. I was like, Corey said twice. that they may lose tonight. They may be losing the belts. We may have new tag champs. And I was like, God damn, these motherfuckers are dropping it. Like, what the fuck?
I said,
and then,
go ahead.
And then, I was okay because the Dirty Dogs came out and they have like at least attire. They have like some fucking jackets now. They came out to one song and they have like their own like, graphic on the screen. I was like, okay, they're trying. I kind of want them to have a theme song though, because they actually looked really good in the ring together, man. I enjoyed this one. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's the three, the last fourth that they're missing. So when they came out with Dolph's theme, I was instantly like, no, I was like whining. But then I saw the gear and that Bob Roode came with him and that there was no Glorious, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Same.
And then when they took off, the outer gear and I saw the matching pinks, I was like, oh my God, they got matching gear. Oh my God, I started popping. And then the match, I mean, I was just getting such like good, like old school heel tag team vibes from these dudes.
Yeah.
I just was so into it. And I mentioned it last week, especially about Montez, but really about both of the Street Profits, Angelo too. There's certain performers that make me into a kid wrestling fan again, in the sense that I'm a total mark. And even though like you guys were like, it's time for them to end the reign, it was great. I was just like, I was so shocked when they lost. I was so sad. I was like, no, it's not time yet. It's too soon. I was saying all these things, and it took me like an hour later to be like, I think that was the right decision.
Actually, over easy. So I'm actually, I was with you. Like,
I was so sad.
I didn't want them to, but I'm a huge Street Profits fan, so like that makes sense.
It was Shawn Michaels
when they lost,
losing.
I was like, damn, it does seem like it's pretty soon, man. It seems like they could have a little bit longer of a reign with this.
I just hate seeing Montez hurt. I hate it.
I thought if they were gonna lose it to Dirty Dogs, I thought they could have done it like on a fucking PPV at least. Like,
I did think they'd build to it, one or
something.
two matches.
Yeah, just build a little bit, but. They came out with those 3 comments as soon as they entered, and I was like, "It's over."
Now that go ahead.
I feel like this was ideal because it actually like they had like it. This reign is actually continuation of the Raw Tag Team title reign. So adding that onto it has actually been a fairly lengthy reign.
It's been pretty epic. Yeah,
it's not like anywhere near the New Day's record breaking reign, but it is a nice fat reign for the Street
Their
Profits.
NXT reign is fresh in my mind too.
Like, they've mostly just been champions, so they've been having a great time with those belts.
No doubt.
And the Dirty Dog story has actually been fairly well built. Like, this isn't this is their first match as officially the Dirty Dogs, but it's kind of them running through the Street Profits that has turned them into the Dirty Dogs.
And they've tried this so many times with those two.
Mm-hmm.
So many times, and this is the first time where I'm like, yes,
I think they got something,
and
I really think they got something.
They came back and they knocked him out of the ring. It was so perfect. They stopped the music, and Dolph said, "Now play our music." And I thought for sure they were about to drop their new theme right there, and I was about to be like, "Oh shit, he's dropping it after the match." And they did. He said, "Let's drop our theme," and then he goes, "I'm here to show the world." It's like, no, that's singular. Now we're a tag team. That's not going to work.
Yeah.
Nope.
If you might as well pick Glorious as your theme song then, if you're going to pick one.
That would have been the mistake right there for sure.
Yeah,
that would have been the mistake.
But they're here, and they're the new champs, and I'm here for it. Just get a song, please, for the love of God. Ruff, ruff, dirty dog. There's dogs and shit. Ruff. I'm writing it right here. Higher this
Okay.
The big
Street
dog.
Profits fans, I will say this: don't lose hope. They gotta lose the belts big. They gotta lose them now to get them back big at WrestleMania.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
That's it.
And that's
this
and
makes
even,
complete sense.
Even me, that is not the biggest Street Profits fan, but I'm like, that's exactly the story I want to see. Mm-hmm. Like, I want to see him chase. I want to see him grow and chase and have to dig deep. I've talked about this for weeks. It's the only thing that I feel like their characters have been missing. And when you ask for Sorry, my gear beeped. It's like they say in old church, when you pray for something from God, He doesn't just give it to you; He gives you an opportunity to show that trait. Hallelujah! Are you with me today?
Here's a question though, as far as the Street Profits go. What's the timeline? What's like the expiration date on lighting the fuse on Montez Ford? Because when I watch this guy, it's all I can think about. As much as I love this team,
I like the tag team more than that right now.
When he's in the corner pounding fists on dudes, I'm just like, you haven't seen a guy like this in a long time, at least for me. And to know that he's a truly homegrown dude from the PC as well, like
that's pretty fucking cool.
It's insane to me the God-given talents for this business that this guy has.
Man.
So, and I just wonder, I don't know how old he is. Obviously he's very young and he's very athletic and he's got a long career ahead of him, God willing. But I just wonder how long do you wait? But they're so hot right now. It's not even a question to ask. Actually,
oh, that's a decent point. I hear you.
Yeah,
I hate it.
It's just my excitement about him. But there's lots more to do with the Street Profits.
Yeah, they don't need to be a team like a legacy team like the New Day. You know, they don't.
No.
We don't. I don't think that's their. So there is an expiration date, but I think their story as a tag team hasn't quite been completed yet.
I agree.
Yeah.
But what a set of foes and the Dirty Dogs. I'm all about it.
And maybe one day Angelo can go his own D-Lo way.
Mm-hmm.
You never know.
Yeah, or his own Tucky way.
Tucky!
Rest in peace.
Oh, man.
Rest in peace. Let's just say it.
Thoughts and prayers for Tucky.
Oh, how about the gauntlet match, guys?
Bro. Oh my God. They're getting hard.
I was like, okay, Ray is good for these matches. Like these are the perfect times to see Rey Mysterio, first of all.
Yeah.
And then just clap it up for Shinsuke.
Oh my God, man. This is my If we don't hear that the next time this dude comes out,
yeah.
What are we doing? This could be, of all the things that were awesome about wrestling this week, and we've talked about some cool things, this could be the thing that I was the most excited about.
Gauntlet matches are just awesome. They really work.
They do.
They work.
And
they gave us
Shinsuke.
Kofi Mania. They gave us Monday Night Rollins. Hopefully they're giving us the resurgence of Shinsuke. Like, this is some good shit.
Please. Come on, please.
He turned face, did he not?
Yes. Yes,
he
did.
He got the handshake from Daniel Bryan, making him a babyface. I could cry. It makes
on
me
the
so
weekend
happy.
of Wrestle Kingdom. Come on, baby.
It was so good.
It's like he walked out there and was like, let me do this like I used to do.
And you just knew that Daniel Bryan couldn't win because he's going to go be in the Royal Rumble. So the whole time I was like, oh, this is so good. And you can't forget about the through line that was happening here with Adam Pearce, of all people, who just like really came out of nowhere as being like the official dude. I didn't even know until several weeks ago that he actually was an indie wrestler of several times NWA champion, like a real legit dude, which I didn't know about that until a couple weeks ago, which made me look up a couple of his matches. And then I was like, I kind of like this guy. And he knows how to talk. Like, he's pretty entertaining. I get why they're putting him in the position that he's in.
So this makes more sense.
Yeah. But this whole thing about him wrestling on SmackDown came out of the blue sky for me. I was like, what? Are we going to put this guy in a match? This is going to be stupid. Are they going to turn Adam Pearce into like the babyface of the company because there's no one else to do it right now? But I did not see what was
a cool way to bring a wrestler in. Then, if that's the story they want to tell, then by him being like an administrative person.
I don't think that's the story they're telling with Adam Pearce being the babyface. I just think the at least the way they're telling it so far is really good to me. I don't know.
Well, I got heartbroken because I forgot about Adam Pearce altogether. I was fully.
You thought it was Shinsuke.
I was fully like. Let me here's what happened in my notes. Okay,
oh man,
because I like. Oh look! Here comes the barren husk that used to be Shinsuke Nakamura. Like, that's what I thought when he came out. That's how down I was on this match. And then I thought the sunset flip into the Kinshasa was the best moment that he's had since the AJ Styles match. I'm like, well, there's your moment, Shinsuke. It's all over. Then he beats Ray.
Wait,
Holy
it gets
shit.
better.
Holy absolute fucking shit. Goddamn, Shinsuke fucking Nakamura won a match in 2021. This is the greatest year I've ever experienced.
You're starting to think, what's happening here?
He wins his second match. Oh gosh. Shinsuke just won 2 matches. I'm coming so hard that milk is coming out of my nipples. I'm pregnant. This is the greatest orgasm of my life. I can't take it anymore. I can't. Then he beats Daniel Bryan. Oh my Father, who art in holy heaven. My
Why
God.
did I not feel this way?
You are taking me up to be with you. I am your child in heaven, and I am yours, and you are mine to be with me forever. For Shinsuke Nakamura has won 3 matches in a row on WWTV. This is glory. This is the holiest of holies. Take me, Father, for I am yours. And then Roman Reigns. No! I'm burning. I am burning in hell. Fuck, no. This is terrible. Please, no. Fuck, I'm dying and I'm dead. Kill me. Don't do this. Don't make me watch. No. I was fully... These notes are dictated. I always do voice record on my notes just so I can...
What a performance.
Oh my God, that was a real thing.
What a performance.
Was my ride.
I can't wait to listen to that.
Holy mother.
I forgot about Adam Pearce so hard.
I just coughed up my sour banana sherbet.
Man, they wrote that perfectly for you.
They did. They took me on
They
a
got
ride
you.
and
They got
took
you.
me to the heavens and brought me low.
You were the targeted audience.
I've never been so happy and so sad at the end of a match.
No, it clicked with me. Like, it clicked with me right after Shinsuke won. I was just like, oh, fuck. So Adam Pearce they're not going to wrestle. I was like, oh, Roman, you slide dog?
I hate his ponytail.
Oh, man, I hate him.
It made great sense.
I just thought this episode of SmackDown as a whole, and I wasn't sure if it was the strain that I had. I was smoking this Mac 7 strain that I picked up, and it was recommended to me by a few coworkers who were like, no matter what you do, this is the strain that will just like make you feel silly and put you in a good mood. I was like, well, that's a good recommendation. So I smoked that for the first time and put on SmackDown, and I just thought that this episode was so good. It like reminded me of like an old school episode of Raw or something. It had this through line with an authority figure, and Roman Reigns is just kind of this dude who's like he's the guy who you keep checking back in with, and you had really great fucking matches that meant something. There didn't seem to be any real throwaway segments. Mm-hmm. It was just a great episode of SmackDown. Shouts to them for that.
Bro, and Vince is so high on him that he let Roman use his fucking name.
I guess.
He never let superstars do that, bro. Like, seriously. Like, even for Hall of Fame speeches, I know you guys have read that before, that he does not let, like,
that's true,
superstars use his name in the Hall of Fame
Yeah.
speech. And he let Roman say, is Vince McMahon stupid? What?
I know. Roman Reigns' character is saying what all of us are thinking a lot of times, though, in his promos, when he was like, Kevin, what are you doing, man? Move on.
Amazing.
And then this week, he was just like, yo, I knew it was you. Like, are you telling me, like, are you stupid? Like, is Vince McMahon stupid? Like, who else is booking the matches, bro? Like, it's like, I made that point.
I run this bitch.
Yeah.
And Paul Heyman, JB, you've said this many times, bro. He sells the fuck out of everything.
Yeah.
When he like turned over to the official, he's like, yeah, this is great TV. Having to wait. Roman Reigns just said that to get down here, Adam Pearce, where is he? Mm-hmm. Like, he's like wasting Roman's time. I was like, this dude is selling the fuck out of Roman Reigns too. Like, it's all so good. SmackDown, mwah, chef's kiss.
Mm-hmm.
And even in kayfabe, Paul can pull those strings. So he must. When you say pull the strings, it's Vince McMahon. So what else could it be?
And you know what? Like, and I will say, like, a giant part of that is just the fact that half the show was the gauntlet match.
Yep.
Half of the show was literally
good.
unwritable by writers. You just got to book it
Mhm.
and let the wrestlers write. And if Raw didn't have 3 hours of yakety schmackety schmack to talk, it would be in much better shape. Like, if a full hour of the 2 hours could just be wrestling, that's a rare thing. Like, great stuff happens. So, wonderful episode of SmackDown.
It was great.
Man. And
So
good to see them doing something with tag teams.
Yeah.
yeah.
Doing something well with tag teams.
That's right.
They don't always. Shouts out.
Good shit.
So I guess now we've got at least one of the main events of the Royal Rumble coming up a day after my birthday, which I'm pretty excited about, and I'm not working that night, so it's going to be great.
First match on the card.
January 31st, you're going to get Adam Pearce v. Roman Reigns.
I bet it starts the show.
It's pretty great. I don't know what they're going to do. I mean, we could make some guesses, but I am so into it. I don't know what to say.
Everybody give their
it's my favorite pay-per-view of the year. Every year.
Give us our wrongest guess right now.
So good.
What'd you say, JB?
Give us your wrongest guess about what's going to happen with Adam Pearce and Roman Reigns.
Adam Pearce has this like amazing star-making performance and wins the Universal Championship. Is that the belt that Roman has, or is he the WWE champion? I can never remember.
No, he's Universal.
Yeah, see, that's why they need to unify those damn belts. One WWE champion. It's just so obvious. You got to have one top of the hill guy. IMO.
I'll give you my worst guess.
Do it.
Adam Pearce loses in the match, and then he goes into the Royal Rumble and wins the Royal Rumble.
And then they build him up to beat Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. Yep.
Yeah.
Adam Pearce is the future, is what we're.
Adam Pearce and Roman Reigns fight a blood and guts, tooth and nail match, only to be interrupted by The Miz to cash in to win the Universal Championship.
Only to be interrupted by Damian Priest.
Only to be this.
Who entering with Kevin Owens.
And a real flaming arrow.
Oh my God. Only to be followed by Eva Marie. All red everything. Making her long-awaited return.
Get out.
Oh my gosh.
No.
And Alicia Fox as a legend.
Nope.
Alicia Fox and Mickey James, two great legends of the game. Just long time. Haven't seen him
Mickey
for...
James over Alicia Fox. Come on.
Mickey James wrestled like 2 months ago. Legend.
Doing
She's
her
a legend.
dance.
My God.
Doing her little MC Hammer shifty shift dance.
They can say she's not, because they were like, no, she's still on the active roster. No. She was sitting on the goddamn what do they call it? You know, the days or whatever in a roast. What do they call it? I can't think of the name.
Oh, you know.
Fuck it. Move on. But no, she was on the show. She was chewing the fat with Tatanka and IRS. She's a legend now. You did it.
You win. You won.
That was Mickey James. I always did feel when she was on the wrestling regularly that she was that Amy Poehler character in Mean Girls. I'm not a regular mom. I'm a cool mom. That's how I always felt about Mickey James.
Yes.
Anyway, dead air.
You bogus for that one. Well, that was a week in wrestling.
Is that it? Did we cover it?
I think we got all of it, baby.
God damn. Big ups. And we got a secret stash in there as well.
Yeah,
I love
baby.
it. So we tried to make it a little bit shorter this week. I don't know if we actually did, but
I think we might have trimmed a little fat.
Spoiler.
Yeah, that'll happen when you get super duper
Spoiler,
baked.
we did not. I'm looking at it.
I believe in ourselves.
It's okay. It's okay. We're gonna gain a following because we're gonna lean into the political stuff. I think we're gonna gain lots of followers. And I think next week we gotta start again. We gotta start with Impact again because we lose people right away if we don't start with Impact.
Yeah, that's the hot.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's where we really went off the board. Like, gotta Impact
Luckily,
drivers.
wrestling fans are super liberal.
Impact and then Raw. That's the order of best.
Of course.
That's the 1-2 of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, next week I'm going to be doing the 5-second NWA segment, Into the Fire. I used to love that show on YouTube. Did you guys ever watch it?
No.
Nah.
When NWA came back right away and they did it on YouTube and Jim Cornette was the announcer.
Oh, yeah, NWA Power?
Yeah, NWA Power. That's the show. Yeah, I'm going to do the 5-second Power 5 seconds. I'm actually not, but until
Cena still champion.
Jim Cornette said something really racist about a wrestler. I don't remember what the comment was and got fired. And since then, it hasn't really been as good because Jim Cornette's pretty entertaining as an announcer. But
I remember what he said about that. He was like, "Look, they canned those episodes a long time in advance. So if I said something, they should have told me and edited it out."
That's fair enough.
Yeah, but you still said it, Jim.
Shit, man.
It's a fair point, but also you still said
They did you bad.
A lot of people could have got fired with me.
Anyways,
Should we? You don't want to keep talking about Jim Cornette, Arian? All right, let's
you know
cut.
me, man. I'm about to hop on Grubhub. So.
Yeah. I couldn't even get my Arby's in. I'm sitting here with this half-eaten Arby's sandwich. I can't wait to eat it.
And you're going to have the shits for another month for eating that Arby's sandwich.
Allow me to have my Arby Allen, okay?
I will not fight you for it.
I love it. Shout out to Arby's.
Shout out to Arby and Darby Allen. Darby Arby.
Hey, Arby's. Sponsor Arium, not me.
They do.
Anyways,
Arby's does love wrestling. Shout out to Arby's Twitter.
Arium, the what canary?
Cranium.
The illustrious.
Cranarium.
Is that what the illustrious Arium.
This is Arium, the illustrious canarium.
This is Over Easy, Kyle Kush.
And this is JB Bad taking the hint and signing the fuck off.
At 420 Wrestle Hour, hit us up if somehow you're still listening. We love you for that. Until next time, smoke you later.
Peace.